Jonathan Miller, you're studying public policy. This is right in your bailiwick. This is exactly what you're looking at. There couldn't be a better time. The country is your lab right now. Tell me what you think.
Well, I appreciate that. As a student of government, I think I don't think government is broken, but I think there's a lot of disincentive to not toe the party line. Voters aren't going to punish our elected officials for playing partisan politics. There's no reaction from the voters to say, if you don't toe the party line, we're going to take you out of office. So I think that's something we need to talk to our voters about and really emphasize negotiation and making concessions.
Very interesting. Roland Martin's not here, but he's been focusing all week on the role of the voters. I want to go to Jonathan Miller. He's on the extreme right of your screen. He's a graduate student in public policy. So much of this, when we talk about government being broken or not broken, there's a lot of good policy going on. There are a lot of good people like yourself who are in government, and they're working and they're trying to get the work of the people done. Is government broken, or is politics broken?
You know what? I think it's just too easy to revert back to a gridlock. When we talk about the deficit in the economy, I think a lot of times it's easy to say, here are talking points, Democrats spend, Republicans cut taxes. But I think we need to reform that conversation and say, why are we doing that? You know, in this deficit, you know, why are we spending? Is it because of a Keynesian economic theory, or what are the backgrounds there? And so I think when we talk about is government broken, we need to reform our conversation and say...
How do we do that? Tell me how we do that. How do you reform the conversation? You've heard the conversations. You're studying it. What conversation would you like to see us having on television, in the newspapers, in magazines? What would you like us to discuss?
You know, when I think about it, I kind of go back to, you know, well, it's too easy to categorize the Democrats as saying they spend. You know, I think if we could have Obama or somebody, you know, giving almost an economic lesson to the American people, you know, I think that could go a long way. Or having a theory debate, you know, instead of just kind of reverting back to these.
You'd put us out of work, Jonathan, if we had them doing that.